I think the positive impact is the ability to take control, to make our own decisions and to make our own mistakes, if you like. I think that's part and parcel of being a mature democratic country. I think that's the great prize that comes out of Brexit. Speaking personally, and I think this is not a common view, I think the negative of Brexit is the perceived need to reassure the business interest with tax reductions, a lot of infrastructure spending that we may not be able to afford, and the general idea that we have to show that we're still open for business, and that to do this we need to keep business happy in various different ways. And the Chancellor is being urged to provide sweeteners in the autumn statement, for example. So I think that's the big negative. I think the diplomatic aspect is not getting the coverage it deserves. There is quite a lot of talk about the aspect of that relates to trade deals and the ability to make trade deals, which we don't have at the moment. But other things, such as our freedom from the European's own diplomatic service and the ability to run our own embassies our own way, it doesn't seem to be getting much coverage at all, and that is rather surprising. That's a very good question. I think France has to be a contender, and so does Italy. Now those would be even more seismic in their consequences than the UK's departure. They're both founder members of the EU. Like the UK, they're also members of the group of 7 rich nations. What you'd be left with would be the last G7 member standing, Germany, and lots of much smaller economies. How the EU looks in 10 or 15 years' time will depend very much on how the 3 different bits of the EU, post Britain's departure, will interact with each other. We've got the Eurozone, we've got the East European countries that are supposed to join the Eurozone but show no signs of doing so. And we've got 2 remaining countries, Denmark and Sweden, that are not going to join the Eurozone. So how those bits interact and whether or not some of those East European countries join the Eurozone, or conversely, whether or not some Eurozone countries depart, will govern how the EU looks in 10 or 15 years' time.